Good morning. It's Saturday, about 8 o'clock or so, give or take. The whole idea of an early leave got blown out of the water literally this morning when I woke up about 5 and it was pouring rain. It's down to just a drizzle now, but it's sort of like a continuous rain, and I'm going to leave in probably half an hour, so I still have to disconnect. Today I'm wearing a Norton Rally shirt, complete with mango stains right there. Let's see if I can flip this around. No, I can't while I'm doing this. So there's my bagel and glass of mango juice and cup of tea. And behind me is the mango juice container that I reached into the refrigerator and pulled out the mango juice and gave it a shake to, mix it up. And the cap had come off. So, boom, eruption. All over me, all over the floor, which the floor is now really clean because I had to clean the whole floor, not to mention the countertop. I cleaned that. It basically went everywhere. Now I'm going to chalk that up just to the fact that it came off for reasons unknown, but it did bring up, it did bring up a concept that if you're going to do any RVing, you should think about altitude changes. Yesterday I drove from I don't know how low, but up to almost 6,000 feet, and altitude affects things. Usually I go through all the bottles with caps and I take a hot probe and I just make a tiny little air vent hole in the top so that the pressure can equalize. I didn't do that with this mango juice. Didn't think about it. And I'm not even sure that it was altitude change that caused it to come off. It might have come off for a multitude of reasons. So anyway, that's what's happening. I'll prop this up and show you the backside of this shirt. Maybe we'll do shirt of the day, just for the heck of it. I realized in my closet in a stack on the shelf, I had like a stack this tall of rally shirts and biker shirts and t-shirts. So I decided to put them all in the RV, and they are going to be RV shirts rather than packing up all black ones again. So you'll see a shirt of the day, and I'll show you the backside of this shirt. It's I think this is the Notorious Norton Rally. I can't read it myself because it's backwards. On my screen, it's backwards. Take a look, and then we'll call it the morning. Okay, there be the shirt. I hope you saw that. All right, that's about it. I'm going to eat this bagel, go out in the rain, and disconnect the utilities and hit the road. I figure I'll make extra time today because I can go faster in the rain, because as I understand it, the water on the roads offers less drag on the tires. So I should be able to go farther faster because of the less drag on the tires. And that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. So let's go out and I'm sorry. Okay, seems like a good theory. Okay, I'm going to call it. I'll talk to you tonight. Well, it's 10 to 1, and I'm at a huge rest area. Got all kinds of facilities up there for folks there, and bazillions of truckers, and I'm down here at the end. I just took Stump for a walk, and he did his duty. He's a good dog. Good dog, good dog. And I'm going to make some lunch. So, nice big area. Okay, so I'm not one for taking pictures of my food, but my neighbor lady, Marcy, Richard's wife, made this the other night and gave me this, and isn't that gorgeous? So I'm going to fire up the generator and microwave about half of that, and that's going to be another. Then I have some Hawaiian rolls. Oh yeah, I do. I love these Hawaiian rolls. King's Hawaiian. So I have some. I might make myself a big old sandwich out of that, or just eat it like a dinner. Isn't that something? So that's what I'm going to do now. Fire up the generator, fire up the microwave, and warm up some food and have it with, let's see, what will I have it with? I think I will have it with a eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Some of these have got to go. I'm in the mood for a Sprite. I'm in the mood for Sprite. Scoo-dooby-dooby-dooby. Okay, talk at you later. Well, I'm at the Rockwell RV Park in Rockwell, Oklahoma. There's the office, and looking down, we go way down to those trees down there. And then back up 2 rows, and then there's a green belt over there behind that row, and a basketball court and some other stuff for kids. Here's my little rig right here, and up here is another green area. So interesting. So that's where I am tonight. Good evening. It is Saturday, September 13th. Gee, we missed Friday the 13th by 1 day. They say that a camera adds 10 pounds to everybody. I think this one's adding about 30 because I'm not this fat. I really am not. So anyway, let's do a little. No, you can't zoom when it's reversed. Isn't that weird? Why not? Okay, I'm just trying, but it doesn't zoom. Okay, fine. Different viewpoint. I'm sitting at the same table facing the other way. And I'm at the Rockwell RV Park here in Rockwell, Texas, Tejas, Texas. My when I'm driving, this rig seems to like 63 miles an hour. When I'm going down the road and I'm feeling good and the rig's feeling good, I look down at the speedometer and bigger than heck, I'm doing right around 63 miles an hour. But not today, not this afternoon anyway. When I stopped for lunch in that previous video and got finished with lunch, I got out my phone and I Googled RV parks near Oklahoma City, and this one popped up. And the reason I chose it is because it's below Oklahoma City. I'm going to try to bypass Oklahoma City tomorrow. I have a deep abiding hatred for Oklahoma City. Actually, I think I might. Let's see. Interesting. Let's check my atlas and see what's under Oklahoma. This map in the front. This happened way back when I had my Dodge truck. My Dodge truck and my 24-foot Keystone trailer. That was our first RV. And we were driving across country. Now, I'm going to hold this up. And you can see right here in the center of the United States is Oklahoma. And it is completely blacked out. I made a black hole in the middle of my United States map. And I swore I would never go through Oklahoma again as long as I live. Matter of fact, I said, Oklahoma, you're dead to me. You're dead. I say, you're dead to me. You're dead. What happened is going across country with that Dodge truck pulling the trailer behind it, the camper behind it, on Interstate 40 in the middle of Oklahoma. We picked up a rhythm. The road was so bad, the interstate was so bad, that the truck and the trailer started porpoising like this. And I'm doing 60, 40, 30, 20, 10 miles an hour, and I cannot break out of that porpoise. finally, I'm going like less than 10 miles an hour in the middle of an interstate with the whole rig going up and down, up and down, up and down. And I started zigzagging maybe, and it finally settled down, and then I crept up and I crept out, and I crept out of Oklahoma. And I swore I'd never come back. When I got back to Phoenix late at the end of that trip, which was quite a long trip, I looked at the hitch, and it was a Blue Ox trailer hitch. Now, Blue Ox is very good equipment. Matter of fact, the bar that goes from the truck to the trailer was about that big square, cast iron. And those porpoises bent it. It was actually visually not straight, it was bent. So back then, this was pre-internet. I called the company, I said, this thing bent. They said, nah, they can't bend. They're just not, they're way too strong. They can't bend. I said, this one's bent. So I think I sent them a photograph or something. And they sent me back a whole new unit saying, boy, that's weird. We're sorry. But I bent a cast iron trailer hitch, and I swore I'd never come back to Oklahoma. And yet here I are. You can go across country from Arizona to North Carolina either by Interstate 10 or Interstate 40. Now, I've avoided 40 for years and years and years, basically ever since that Oklahoma incident. And I've been going 10. And I'll tell you what, 10's bad. I mean, 10 is more bad than good. And this year I just decided I can't do 10 again. It beats me to death. Even in the big Class A's, it beats me to death. And so I just decided to go up and catch 40, which I did. And I've been going across country on 40. And 40 has it all over 10. I mean, seriously. 40 has its bad spots, its occasional bad spots, but they're occasional. And even, and I don't know how to say it. It is so much better than 10. It's ridiculous. 10 is just a mess. So anyway, I'm staying off 10 for a while, and I'm on 40. Now, interestingly, though, there are bad sections. Texas is hilarious. They first of all, they have a sign that says "Obey all safety signs," and they have these signs on the side of the road say "Obey all safety signs." State law. Okay, obey all safety signs. State law. I got to thinking about that. It's a sign telling you to obey the other signs, which by itself is a little weird. But then I got to thinking, okay, so let's say you're doing 10 miles, 15 miles an hour over the speed limit safely, and a Smokey Bear pulls you over and starts to give you a ticket for speeding. And he gives you the ticket for speeding and says, now I'm going to write you up for not obeying the sign that says obey all the signs, because you obviously didn't read that sign and take it seriously, and that sign says you have to obey all the other safety signs, and you obeyed the speed limit sign, so obviously you're breaking that sign also. So I'm going to write you up for reckless driving because you ignored the sign telling you to obey the other signs. And just describing it that way sounds really cool. I can't believe that nobody's done that. Give you a ticket for speeding and a ticket for ignoring the sign that tells you to obey the speed limit sign. Okay, anyway, that's just something that passed through my mind while I'm doing 75 miles an hour. Speaking of 75 miles an hour, I actually touched it today, and I don't like it. My rig has a happy place at 63 miles an hour. But when I stopped at lunch today, I called ahead and found this place and said, I'll be there in 2 hours. He said, okay. Well, then I looked at the mileage. It was 3 hours. And time was a waste. I wanted to get here by 5. And so I tacked this little rig up to about 70 miles an hour. And when passing one big truck, I made 75. And I didn't like it. I don't like it. I feel more comfy At about 63, cruising down the road, fat, dumb, and happy. I stay in the right lane. People pass me, ergo ipso facto, no problem. Trucks pass me, they got no problem. I occasionally pass somebody, I got no problem. So that was my trip today. The last couple hours were driving a lot faster than I normally like to drive. And that's just the way it is. On the other hand, I got to thinking too, because I am now the little old man in the big RV, small RV, who used to really irritate me when I'd be in the mountains trying to straighten out some curves and carve some corners. And I'd run up behind that little old man doing the speed limit, or less. And all I'd want to do is pass him, and I can't because there's no passing. 2-lane road, too dangerous. Stuck behind that doggone old man. And now I are he. That's me. I'm the guy out there in front of you on that beautiful mountain road, slowing you down. And I apologize to all you guys who like to go out and carve corners and straighten curves. I'm the guy in front of you. Okay, so anyway, we're sitting in the RV, and this is a different view. I'm sitting facing the opposite way from normal. Let me see. Oh, because this way, the table on my right gives me more room for the mouse than when I'm sitting the other way, because there are cup holders in the way. But this way, I've got lots of room for my mousing over here when I face this way. I'll show you something interesting. This is what I refer to as the captain's log, and this is where I keep all the information on the trips I take. And for example, here's the trip so far, the last 3 days, and some notes about it. And this is a new book. I've got this much stuff in it, and this much blank. Okay, so this is a brand new book. I just bought it. And I sort of had to buy it because this is the captain's log that lasted 10 years. And this is the captain's log that we started when we bought our first Class A. And it has all of our trips in it. And it's the captain's log of the Starship Aerostar, as you can see it there. And my wife and I kept all of our trips in here. All the trips we took. And all the stuff. It's nice to centralize information, so if you've made notes about the rig or notes about someplace you like, it's in here, you can find it. And even pertinent stuff like Dilbert cartoons that were pertinent to the fact that I couldn't read the dashboards. So anyway, I should show you my dashboard. See, I've got this problem. My eyes are starting to give me a problem. I can't see in the dark. Now, that's funny. Nobody can see in the dark. Well, what I mean is a shaded place, something in a shaded area, like underneath a gas tank, and I'm reaching for a wire and trying to figure out the color code. I can't do it. I got to get a flashlight. And I have noticed this propensity for manufacturers to make black on black on black. A black face on a stereo with black buttons and black dials. And you're trying to read the darn things and you can't because it's black on black on black. All Ford and Chevy products and Chevy products that I've been in the last I don't know how many years have the dashboards, black gauges and a black bezel inside of a black dashboard. And I can't see them. Going down the road, my eyes are about the size of pinpricks because I'm looking through the windshield into the direct sunlight. And when I look down to see the instruments, there's just a big black hole there. So I took some LED lights and wired them into the cigarette lighters. And I have some really nice lights on my dashboard that shine onto the dashboard. Not out of the dashboard, onto the dashboard. And I can see my instruments really nicely. I'll show them to you sometime because I find them very, very helpful. Okay, that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and process this video and the one I took at lunch today, and I think that's about it. Oh, woke up this morning. Raining. Into rain. Rained all night. So I even unhooked and hit the road in the rain, light rain, and then it stopped. Slowly got lighter and lighter and lighter, and now we have bright sunlight. But it rained all night last night, and I can remember when we'd be touring. My wife and I would be touring, and on a Harley, we'd go from hotel to motel to motel. We never camped, and we didn't mind if we're riding down the road and get caught by a rainstorm. That's part of motorcycling. You pull over, you put on the rain gear, and you keep on going. That's just life. That's life on two wheels. But when you wake up in the morning in a motel or a hotel and you hear the rain outside, and you know that you have no option, you have to go out and get on that motorcycle and start out in the rain. I didn't enjoy that at all. Starting the day in the rain, going out there to that wet motorcycle, even with a cover, in your full rain gear, getting on the bike and heading out in the rain. That was one of the downsides. That was one of the darker sides. That was one of the less fun sides of motorcycling. But we sure did a lot of it. So with the RV, yea, verily, we're dry, but still starting out in the rain, not as much fun as starting out in the not rain. So that's enough of that for one day. I changed my answer on my iPhone answer, saying that I'm on vacation. Please go away. And let's see how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and post these videos to see how it works out. And that is all. And out here on the road, the fun just never stops.